Hello everyone, it's me, Link, and today I'm joined by a special guest.
Whoa.
Hey! So, tell us a little bit, who are you?
I'm Amphidsf. I've been playing Monster Train well before release and have 600 hours, 700 hours, over 100 runs with the DLC at least.
Yeah, that's a lot. My total playtime is in roughly that area. I haven't played the DLC nearly as much. Before the public test train, as you know, as you might know, I'm a beta tester myself. So I have had a couple of runs, have seen a couple of things, but my runs in before the public test here, well, they number below 10. Like something like 5 or 6 runs I've done just to see the new clan in action a bit and the new mechanics and stuff. So I'm glad to have a veteran here on board on this train to the Last Divinity.
Here.
So yeah, why don't we jump into a run?
Sure.
Anything in particular you wanna do? You wanna see? You wanna try out?
Everyone wants to see the Wurmkin since it's new.
Yeah, definitely. Personally, I had quite decent success with the Spine Chief yesterday. Not so much with Echo Ride. Still having a little bit of trouble figuring out how to approach them optimally. So maybe you can help me with that.
I think Echorite might be stronger than the Chief in general, but, well, visuals for unlocking cards is bugged right now, so you can't see when you unlock something, but some of the important cards are locked at higher levels.
Okay, so I probably have unlocked quite a couple of these with level 8 at the moment, but I haven't seen any unlocked things, so yeah, that might be why. Okay, should we just go in with Echorite and a random subclan? Covenant 25.
Sounds good.
Okay. So, we have a lot of extract here among our starting cards. We have Hosting Kin, dealing 13 damage per unit and move it to the back at the cost of 1 extract. And we have Revenge of the Damned, deals 5 damage twice on Slay, gains us 2 candy back, but costs us 1 to play. And we have the good old Draft. We're also fighting Daedalus with double explosives, Fel with Scorchers, and Seraph the Chaste with Cleanse.
Sounds good.
So, let's open our normal artifact. Oh, this is...
Luggage I found to be like one of the best new artifacts.
I can imagine. It looks very, very strong. Draw a tank card hand in your first turn. That really helps you set up stuff just the way you want, right? Especially if you have...
First turn is the most important turn, and...
yeah, I agree. Definitely a great relic we get here. I think we should pretty much always open this relic here as well for 15 pack charts. Sounds like...
I think every Divine Horde is something you take.
Yeah,
no matter
Divine
where.
Horde, definitely. I do agree. They seem very much worth it. Okay, here we have an interesting choice. Flicker, Winged Steel, Temperate Talisman. always a big fan of Flicker's Liquor. We do have the exiled remnant clan, so we don't have the Drex to use that really effectively, but we do have 2 drafts already, and we can always use Reform to trigger it during combat. But Winged Steel is also a very powerful relic. Any preferences here?
I was giving a thought to the Tempered Talisman, mostly because we have a lot of damage spells, and plus
Echo
3 on the
Break.
Hosting Kin brings them up to over 15 damage, which does help a lot.
Revenge of the Damned also goes over 15. Double dips from it. Makes it easier to get Slays off with it. Certainly not a bad relic, just not as flashy as the other 2. And yeah, it might be an option here as well. With the Lost Luggage, Winged Steel might be a bit less important because we're already drawing through our deck pretty fast and finding the important pieces with our huge starting hand. So we could certainly...
That's only a good first turn, and there's more turns in the first.
Of course, of course. Don't know really... I don't know the new clan just well enough to really evaluate the value of Flicker's Liquor here, because of course you want the high impact, potentially expensive spells with it. You can make 0 cost for a lot of benefit.
Well, one of the Wurmkin's themes is high impact 0 cost spells, where
That's
you pay
true, yeah.
Echo instead of Ember.
Yes. And for that specific case, Liquor is a bit less interesting, but Winged Steel suddenly becomes more appealing because it also allows you to draw into your infused cards more often. So
I think it might be Winged Steel here.
yeah, I think I agree with that. Let's look at our champion options. Okay, we have Shellsmith and Repeater.
Pretty sure. I'll let you say what you think.
Okay, so I think Repeater looks very interesting. We currently don't have any consume spells yet, but with Echo Rite having Edge, both kinda rely on consume spells. I haven't seen the upgrades on these. I have only my only run that got past Daedalus with Echo Rite was with the X-spawning one. So I don't really know how they progress from here. Right now I feel like we should go with the Shellsmith, because Bounding Echo seems quite valuable considering we have a couple of extra cards that benefit a lot from the extra candy generation the Bounding Echoes would give us.
I do agree with Shellsmith, and Shellsmith is probably the strongest path the Echo Rite has.
Okay.
Because it's very easy to get a lot of consume, but specifically, Bounding Echoes is good, and we have Lost Luggage, so we will hit 10 cards with that every time.
That's true, that's very true. We can, we guarantee get it in the first hand because it's on our champion, and we do have a 10 card hand. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Let's go with the Echo right here. Okay, armor 10, we should be able to deal with that, although it severely limits the power of our Echo Breaks in particular, but I'm just pretty much always taking the first trial for a unit draft, even if I take some damage to it. I think that's just worth it. So, let's see. General...
Well, our shard enemy is just the priest, so that's not that bad. It could have been the multi-striker attacker, but it's not.
Or, I think these Apprentices of Light, they start with the damage shield, if they are sharded, I think, which is also quite annoying.
5 plus 10 or something.
Yeah. Top floor is our capacity reduction. We do have a draft we could use for quite a bit of damage this turn. Especially if we combine it with some of these damage spells, we could get the Apprentice of Light down pretty easily. That's 13... not quite. No, actually, if we play the Echo Rite on the bottom floor, that will do it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Want to do that?
Echo Rite and the Echo Bounding Echoes to get that.
Yep. Get the
extract card infused, so then you don't need to care about its costs.
Yeah. I feel like we also want to get down a Train Steward before we play the Bounding Echoes.
Bounding Echoes.
Hmm?
You want to lead off the Bounding Echoes to infuse those units as well.
The units, you want to go with the infuse on the units over the armor on the Train Steward.
Yes, because they will stay infused for when you reform them.
Okay. It's reasonable. That's... yeah, seems very reasonable. Let's put the draft down. And throw out the damage spells as well here. Alright, that puts them to the back. I forgot about that. That's not all bad though. I think Draft can very nicely take the Extinguish. And then... let's just weaken them.
Let's dump damage on the Apprentice.
Don't gain the Slay, but that's just not possible this turn. Seems fine. Looks like we have to use an Echo Break to get that Collector. Think we want to keep our shards mostly on the bottom floor. And probably reform the Train Steward. Not the Train Steward. Well, I meant the Draft, of course. That's always gonna happen.
You'll do great work.
Definitely Echo Form the Collector. We could deal with this Apprentice of Light if we use the Draft. We could also hit them for 5 with the Train Steward, so an Echo Break next turn would finish them off on the top floor because we already have 1 candy up there. So we could use the Draft on the bottom floor instead.
I think Draft goes in front of the Train Steward there.
Needed damage, it has 10 health. Yes, definitely. And then Train Steward on the middle floor. Are you okay with that?
Sounds good.
Okay. We could also use Hosting Kin on the top floor, that would work as well. I'm pretty sure I just want to go with the Draft here for the damage. We don't really...
want to prevent that Train Steward from dying.
Yeah, that makes sense. So we Echo Break on the top floor because it's enough. And then we protect our Train Steward with the Hosting Kin.
Yep.
And then we try to reform at least 1 Draft here on the bottom floor. Ideally the stronger one, that seems good.
Yep.
This enemy has lifesteal thanks to the shard enhancements. We can also kill the backliner with the Revenge. And then... let's see, Burnout 3, so this can take 2 hits. And then we'll die on the 3rd turn. That's actually better if we place it behind the Train Steward. It's more total damage. There we go. Flawless first fight
clean
with
first
Trial.
fight, yeah.
That's not always easy to do. So, we have an infused Echo Transfer. I always like it when my extract cards are infused. We also have a Bounding Echoes.
But you also have Bounding Echoes.
Which plays...
I think Bounding Echoes is the strongest common in clan.
I can see that, especially with Echo Rite, who cares a lot about consume as well. Bounding Echoes seems quite good here indeed. I'm happy to go with that. I don't think we really need to think about Shard Trap here. It's not a bad card, but I don't think it's really gonna be the thing we want in this run. We have a lot of like low health unit removal already. There's an infused draft, there's also a molded, there's also an entombed explosive, which is potentially very exciting to use the essence with.
Explosive is just great if you can synthesize it onto a Legion of Wax.
Yeah, a Legion of Bombs. That sounds very fun. Draft is, interestingly enough, a very good synthesizing unit as well for other burnout units especially. Just adding a multi-strike there and an additional burnout is nice.
It's great to put on a draft, but we already have 2 drafts.
Yeah, we do. Do you want to go with the molded for more targeted reform, or do you want to go with the draft just to have easier access to them? And
What unit banners do we have upcoming?
Infused. We have both options here. A Remnant with the Merchant of Steel, Wurmkin with the Merchant of Magic. After that it's Wurmkin with the Merchant of Steel, and then after Daedalus we have a Remnant with a Hellvent and Unstable Vortex. So
We shoot for the Legion of Bombs on the outside.
I'm not sure. I mean, Entombed Explosive isn't a bad card to have in the deck, at least for the first like 6 rings. 50
It's a good
damage is
synthesis
relevant.
if nothing else, and it's good to reform, and we have a lot of
Yep.
reform.
That's very true. You wanna go with the explosive?
I quite enjoy the explosive. It's a nice little thing.
I still have a hard time passing up Molded, but it's probably not that necessary here. Right now. As long as we make sure to be careful with our train stewards. Let's go for the explosive.
Sounds good.
Wickless Tycoon. First of Kin. And Lady of the House.
First of Kin is really, really strong, but it does cost 3.
Yeah, it's 3 cost, 3 capacity, so...
But it is really, really strong.
Okay. My experiences with it so far have been okay. It never really performed amazingly, but I just never really got a great consume deck online. Except for the one time where I had wing clippings as my first relic, and that ruined everything.
Yeah. Wing clippings really ruins the etch deck.
Yeah, I thought it would be very synergetic, but turns out it's not at all.
Cards aren't consumed.
I could really go for a Wickless Tycoon here, build up some money. We could easily put it on the same floor as Echo Ride and just use a draft or an explosive that we recur on the same floor.
That would generate what, like 150 gold through the run? That's a pretty reasonable amount.
Yeah, that's not bad. I think 150 sounds realistic. We could also try to go for the First of Kim, but I feel like that's... It does make sense, but it kind of wastes the lost luggage a bit. Except for the Bounding Echoes, we can still use to good effect. Because we are usually gonna be playing paying all our 3 energy we currently have for that unit. It also means we won't have capacity right now to play any drafts or entombed explosives if we want both edge units to be on the same floor, and I would assume that's something we really care about.
Yeah, etch is just something you stack up.
Yeah, definitely. Similar to something like Incant. where you
Or
want
Harvester.
everything on the same floor to gain as much benefit from the triggering cards as possible.
Wurmkin might not be as good as I remember it, since just recently it got nerfed from Etch 10 attack to Etch 5 attack.
Okay, yeah, that probably makes a big difference as well. Let's go with a Wickless Tycoon then. Get that money.
Sounds good. Money's always good.
What do we want now? I don't really have a good feeling what the essences are of the clans. I know a few of them, but not really.
We're probably gonna synthesize draft onto draft here, no matter what we pick up.
Yeah, that seems very good. Just add a multi-strike on top of it. We could go for the Merchant of Steel. We have a couple of units that would really like some upgrades. Draft just stats would be nice. Some more health on the Wickless Tycoon isn't terrible either.
Hey, there might be a Legion of Wax in there to put the bomb on.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a chance. You wanna go for the left too then?
I think left. We don't have much to upgrade spell-wise.
Let's see what's in here. We have a Seek Stone for Intrinsic, which we don't really need, I think. We have a Value Stone. We don't have any 2-cost cards, so that would just work as a... Mostly just work as a normal Ember Stone. There's a multi-strike. There's also health and attack. We can afford all of that unless we skip here. If we skip here, we can upgrade the draft with multi-strike and attack, and upgrade the Wickless Tycoon with health. So that's a pretty
skipping here is right.
Tempting reason to skip. Oh, Paraffin Enforcer's Essence gives Burnout as well. Interesting.
Yep. Help start his own effect going.
But I think we probably want to skip. And I feel like we just buy out this shop. Get the multi-strike on the draft, get the extra attack on the draft, and synthesize another draft onto it.
Yep, and then you have a considerable threat.
Yeah. And the health goes on the Tycoon, of course.
Keep thinking about that Seek Stone, since we have Bounding Echoes in our starting hand, we could use it to basically infuse any card we want.
Huh. I guess that's true.
Whether that's actually good or not.
Yeah.
Debate.
Oh, right, it also goes to Burnout too. But 20 times 4, that's a very nice deadline. Too bad, draft is not a priority unit, so we won't always have it early.
Can be pretty safe in getting in the first or second turn, though, since we draw 10 at the start.
Drawing 10 at the start is nice. I don't think the Seek Stone makes a lot of sense at the moment.
Usually without Echo Right, I like to put a Seek Stone on Bounding Echoes, because it's just great to have Bounding Echoes in your opening hand, but we already have that.
Yeah, exactly. So move on to the next fight. And yeah, we have a lot of threat level now because we just picked up a bunch of shards. The upgraded clergyman can be pretty scary, but we do have a couple of ways to remove them. I feel like we should probably take on the trial for another unit draft, just to see some more options. And hey.
So the way shards work to make enemies stronger is each enemy has an elite shard cost for how much shards they buy from your amount if they're going to be an elite. I think clergy are 12, the haste guys are 15 or 10, and the tanks are 15 or 20, so...
Oh, good to know. So, we have these haste guys, so we don't want to be on the second floor. Top floor is capacity removed.
Great opening hand.
Yeah, that's definitely not a bad opening hand. Do you want to use the Bounding Echoes before we play Echo Rite? Probably not, right? Just for the
No.
one shard.
But since Tycoon's already infused, you can get him
Yep,
to get the armor as well.
exactly. I think we are still setting up on the bottom floor, removing the
No, you easily
clergyman.
set up bottom here.
Hmm?
You can basically remove everything with your spells.
Exactly. And we echo. Hosting kin. I think we want the draft to die immediately right now. We don't need the damage this turn, and makes it available for a reform.
Next turn.
Hmm?
We're probably getting a reform next turn, I think.
Yeah. And then we kill one of these. Alright, that guy has a damage shield, so we're not gonna kill them. And do we keep the Bounding Echoes for later? There are more extract count, but this fight is not gonna be very long, so...
What, like 3 rounds long?
I wanna just use it.
Care about that.
Yeah. Reform from the top floor to add a candy so we can echo break the Convent Infiltrator. Another echo break on this floor. And then we take a lot of damage on this bottom floor, though that's not ideal. Our draft is gonna have Burnout 3.
Burnout 3.
So if we put them on this second floor, they will not be dead in time for the boss.
No, and you really want to kill everything on the first floor just for the money, if nothing else.
Yep.
I think Reform top, Echo Break, and I don't know, Steward to catch the Collector? I guess Echo Break works too.
Yes, Steward is probably the better choice, though.
Yeah, Echo Break puts a shard on the floor, an echo on the floor.
That is true, but we don't really care about that anymore.
Yeah, we're not going to that floor.
And draft needs to be in the back now because we need the damage this turn.
Yeah, just clean up.
Our
Just clean up that whole line.
Takes a bit of damage here.
I guess just put some echoes on the top floor.
How about reforming the draft again?
Oh yeah, Wurmkin can actually do that. Kill with the Revenge of the Damned, I think.
Yep,
It doesn't matter.
It's a slay. Doesn't really matter, you're right, because we can't really use the additional shards. They're just gonna disappear. I'm just gonna set up the Entombed Explosive.
Go second, just in case, yeah.
Just in case we fail the boss kill, but we won't. Kill the backline off for 5 more gold.
Yep. Need all that money.
And that's it. Shelter, Echo Infusion with Infused, and another Bounding Echoes. I think...
These are all very good.
Yeah, I do like Shelter a lot. Because there is a lot more backline damage around with the DLC, there are more sweepers, there are more spike units, so protecting your backline is a bit more important, but Echo Rite is already gonna help with that, and I do like this Echo Infusion.
Echo Infusion is nice with Freeform, and it's one of the best things to put a Twin Stone on, especially if you can get that relic that gives you an energy whenever you extract. This becomes now +1 energy.
Yeah, and this thing just pays for itself with the Infused, so That's always nice. I think I want to go for the Echo Infusion. Honestly, if the infused card were the Shelter instead, I probably would go for the Shelter instead.
You could have taken any of these and been happy with it.
That's very true, yeah. I think I'll go with the Echo Infusion though. Resin Removal, Whiplash, and Entombed Explosive.
Resin Removal got a lot more value since like almost everything of Shards has a buff on it.
Exactly.
But that is a Whiplash, and we do have drafts.
I can see that as well. And we can always pick... well, there's always a chance we might get Resin Removal later. We won't get Whiplash any later on this. So
let's see. We're not fighting against the Diligent, and we don't have Arcist, so... We don't have either of the two major bosses with Stealth as their enhancement, so we probably don't need Resin Removal.
Yeah. It's still very nice against the Divinity, just because all the enemies are shard enhanced and you can just remove a lot of pressure with the Resin Removal, but I think we want to go with Whiplash here. Especially because it's also infused, which is a nice bonus as well.
Infusion is nice, but it's not all that important. Oh, that's a Bog Chrysalis.
Depends a bit on the deck, I would say. Probably not as important for our deck, especially as we have Bounding Echo to actually make our cards infused. Keeper of Echoes. I think I see this unit for the first time.
It's quite a good unit. I like it more with the primary Wurmkin champion.
Yeah, that makes
and
sense.
And Strike Gain Echoes path. You can heal a lot of HP in the middle of combat.
That's definitely true.
I think it used to be +2/+2 and it was silly.
Oh, okay, yeah, that sounds very strong. Bog Chrysalis? Does that fit into what we're currently doing?
It's a great thing to synthesize the bomb onto. And when it hatches, you can reform the egg.
That is true.
And we do generate a fair bit of echoes with everything.
Where does it go? As soon as we play it out, it kinda... As soon as it hatches, it kinda fills up the floor. Usually. Well, if we want to have other stuff there on the same floor. So either we are using it on a different floor, where we might not have...
priority unit, though. All the eggs are priority units, which is a bit weird for their eggs.
Yeah.
But they are all priority.
Okay. So we have a high chance of having it in the opening hand, but we could also not have it in the opening hand because we also have the Wickless Tycoon. So would our floor then be Wickless Tycoon, Echo Ride, and Bog Chrysalis? And what do we do with the draft? Is that on another floor by itself? It can be, but it's pretty vulnerable.
Bit awkward.
I feel like the Bog Chrysalis might be a bit hard to fit into this deck unless we pick Capacity next. Honestly, with Lost Luggage and Winged Steel we don't necessarily need draw, and I feel like we are not that much in need of extra Ember. Especially once we get the few
make a great tank if you give it some HP upgrades.
Bog Chrysalis?
Yeah, it's an amazing tank unit.
That makes sense. It also works nice with Harvest, I would assume.
Yep, it heals the full when it hatches, and then you get double the HP upgrades you put on it back again.
That makes sense.
A lot of health.
So should we take Bog Chrysalis and just aim for getting an extra capacity?
I've talked myself into that.
Yeah, I think that's what I feel right now as well. Free relic or unit upgrades. We still have an upgrade slot on the Wickless Tycoon, but more importantly, we want to get some upgrades on the Chrysalis because it doubles up on them, or even triple dips to some degree. If you use it
I think we go to the unit shop.
Unit shop, Wurmkin banner, and we definitely take the Divine Horde, so we get a relic anyways. That seems good. Let's take a look at the unit shop. We have the 25 health, which is almost certainly gonna go on the egg. And Speedstone, Strength Stone, probably not what we want.
Neither of those, no. Well, let's see what's in this banner.
There's another Bog Chrysalis. Not really what we want. Kinhost Carapace, probably not that good either for us. Although this unit would be... It's an interesting one.
Well, since we are probably getting capacity, we will be able to reform it and place it again, since the max size a unit can be in your hand is 6, which is why you can't put a large stone on Shadow Siege.
Yeah. So it could just be a reform unit on a different floor for us. There's something we could do with it.
Yeah, but I think that might be a little too cute.
Yep, I agree. Looking at our deck and what sources of reform we have and the units we already have Draft, we already have Entombed Explosive, Bog Chrysalis wants to be reformed. We don't want to go too deep into that. We have Vapor Funnel, Dun Echo, and Worn Grindstone.
I really like Dun Echoes. They're great.
Dun
really
Echo
great.
is just draw an extra card each turn. Similar to Winged Steel, but maybe even better than that because it draws earlier. So you see your options.
Be careful we don't overdraw both Winged Steel and Dun Echo.
But it really makes me comfortable picking Capacity and maybe Ember later because we just solved our draw with normal relics instead of boss crystals. Yep. So yeah, let's go with the Dun Echo.
I really like this Dun Echo.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Heartstone on Bog Chrysalis, I think that just has to happen.
It's like adding 75 hit points to it, so that's pretty good.
I don't really care about the Strength Stone on anyone except maybe the Wickless Tycoon now that we have potentially another unit in front of them.
I might remove a Train Steward here.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. We want them gone anyway because we have a lot of units and we have we have no targeted reform, so we need to keep those alive, and the best way to keep them alive is get them off our train. Let's take a look at the caverns. Okay, we can get another Train Steward out of the deck.
Congratulations, you get to be big for once, Train Steward.
You get to be big for one fight. But this is usually a fight where I really do like having a little bit of temporary power, because Daedalus can sometimes be pretty scary.
Yeah, let's see. The bombs get bigger with your shards. I think they're gonna have like 5 HP at 55?
6 even. So... and we have 2 clergymen here in front that are shard enhanced. So if we want to set up on the bottom floor, then
it'll be a bit dangerous, yeah.
We would need to protect ourselves somehow.
I don't think we can just set up bottom. Especially that double bomb back there.
Yeah, we could get the Echo Breaks to deal 5 then 6. Right? No, we can't. So that's not an option, yeah. Because the middle floor is capacity reduced, I think this is pretty easy, a top floor setup.
It's just a Daedalus with haste in his line, or is that a different one?
Double Explosive has I know the Extinguished one has haste, and the other two, one of them has haste, but I'm not sure which one.
Don't think it's this one. I think it's the damage shield bombs with haste.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We'll find out.
Now the question is, do we put down a Bog Chrysalis? I don't think we can in this fight. I feel like we have to use our draft quite a bit.
Bog Chrysalis can be kind of like a draft.
Again,
It
yeah.
splits your buffs into one hatch, and
The damage difference is quite significant though.
Oh yeah, at this stage, yes. If we can get a multi-strike on that Bog Chrysalis, it will be killing basically everything.
That's very true. I had one run where I just Bogfly synthesis and then put some multi-strike on it, and they went to town. Draft on the bottom floor, just to get them killed so we can reform them as soon as possible. It's not like on the top floor they will ever be able to hit anything before they burn out anyways. And then what?
Just play the Steward so we have it be purging later.
Yeah. So we are facing 26 damage on the next floor with no bomb spawning. Maybe the Train Stealer can even get a kill.
Just live your best life, Train Steward.
And indeed. I think we want to have our shards on the top floor so we can use them for our extract cards more easily. Do you agree?
You want to have one on each floor, but after that, everything goes top.
Yep, we already have one on each floor, so we are flexible in that regard already.
Should have just one more shard enemy after this.
Yep.
Double attacker. That should be the last we see of them.
I think the buffs go on the Wickless Tycoon for now, because he's going to be our frontliner, and then just put the draft down so we can be ready to deal with this wave. Draft will have burnout 3, so he will be ready for that wave as well.
Then we kill the double attacker with 2 echo breaks.
But we could also save them for money on the top floor.
The first floor double attacker, the crossbow man.
Ah, that one. But same reasoning, we could wait until they are at the top floor. Instead, I would suggest playing out 2 Train Stewards. Because at the top floor we will probably be able to kill that guy pretty easily anyways, right? Once we have a couple of shards up there.
Yeah, the issue with playing the Train Stewards is then they die.
Reform
then we
reform
them.
Okay. Yeah, let's get rid of that one. We're gonna make enough money as is. We're also gonna probably be killing some bombs on the top floor for a little bit more money. And I think at this point
we kill our own draft and reform him.
And then we have to kill one of the clergymen, otherwise we won't get the whole enemy lineup dead. It doesn't really matter what we use on what unit. Let's Bounding Echoes as well, so the hosting kin is infused.
Yeah.
That was bad because now I have to use 2 spells to get a kill. Because of the armor.
Almost lived. Now, if we had that Tempered Talisman, he would be dead there. Oh, would be.
And just prevent the damage. Here are the Haystars. But luckily we could just easily. I really don't want these guys to be on the same wave as 2 Forge Disciples, so I'm just gonna break the Haystar.
I think now we can easily kill that bomb, save 20 life with the
Yeah.
hosting den.
I think we
I guess
also
we
want
all
to start increasing our burnout time on the draft. Do you agree?
I don't think we're gonna kill him again.
Yeah. So it makes sense. And then just prevent 5 damage. So
Yeah.
we have a decent amount of health when Daedalus finally joins the fight. Well, this time we can kill the Conduit Infiltrator.
We might be able to. We have 2 draws still.
That's very true. Bog Chrysalis for the draw. On this floor though. So it doesn't die
If
as
it
easily.
dies, well, we just reform it. And if it doesn't, well...
I'm gonna use it on this floor. That helps. It doesn't quite kill the Haystar, but...
Yeah, it's just the threat of it.
If the Forged Disciple dies, we have 1 less problem anyways.
Just reform middle floor?
Yeah, that makes sense. This floor is already very high on candy. I didn't know you could reform the Purge Steward.
Yeah, they still exist. They're just not in your deck anymore.
Yep. Oh. Daedalus Bodyguard got upgraded there.
I think it's always upgraded. We can hatch that egg with the Echo Infusion. And that might be worth.
Sure.
Because
then we want to build up our shards on that floor.
As many shards as we can up there.
We could also reform the draft one more time with an Echo Break and Hosting Kin. And Primitive Mode. That gives us another +5/+5 and resets the burnout timer to 4. Gives us 1 burnout.
If we reform on the middle floor, we still
that's
have
even
the egg.
better. We used the Entombed Explosive to get the kill on the top floor.
I guess we did. Well, at least we're not leaking a guy.
We get a draft on the middle floor. And the Entombed Explosive dies, so after the Daedalus fight on this floor is over, which, you know...
Daedalus is getting past that floor.
Yeah, he might just kill.
It's a really strong floor.
That's actually quite powerful, yes. And we could make it even more powerful. That's just 3 capacity.
Yep.
Yeah.
The egg is quite good.
Okay, yeah. That's a pretty good egg. Too bad we don't get the harvest triggers.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, we don't have anything with no burnout in here, so no matter what we get, we won't be able to let it die this time.
We have the egg with no burnout.
That's true. So we just reform the egg and gain an extra 5 gold from it. That draft is killing machine. Let's see our rare draft. That says consume on it.
So, if you play Sacrificial Resurrection on a floor of an Etch creature, every card you consume out of your hand triggers Etch.
Yeah.
Which is a nice little synergy, and it will give us a very large draft, but we already have a large draft.
Yeah, this draft is usually gonna scale better. We don't really have space for a second draft, but... we're not really building around Edge too much. The Armor 4 is just a nice bonus, I think. Still, a Sacrificial Resurrection can turn some of these dead weights and maybe later on some of these Echo breaks. Trained Stewards. Nah, not the Trained Stewards, we don't want them in the consume pool available for reform. But yeah, Sacrificial Resurrection could still be good. Even if we don't intend to make great use of the draft and don't use edge triggers that much. I don't think we can take Wax and Spike here, or Devourer of Death. What's the essence here? Deal 20 damage enemy units. It's missing a 2 there.
It's okay.
That could also be decently useful on a Legion of Wax, but I guess usually Entombed Explosive is better.
Yeah.
Skip or Sac Res? I think it's one or the other. And I think we might skip
I'm leaning
here.
towards skip.
Yeah, makes sense. Kinhost Vessel. Not really my favorite deck.
No. I don't think
First
we
of
want that
Kin,
one here.
Kinhost Carapace. I think this is another skip. I think we have
Yeah.
enough units at this point. And let's get capacity.
Capacity, yeah.
Looking good so far. Is it time for spell upgrades, or are there any amazing dupes we want to do? I wouldn't be sad about duping Echo Infusion or Wicklash.
Yeah, I think we might want to dupe and remove the last 2 Train Stewards.
That does make sense. We
And
could...
maybe there's a Twin Stone in that temple.
Yeah, we could find a good Divine Temple upgrade before we get the dupe.
Maybe there's a Legion of Wax in that banner.
There is indeed a Twin Stone. There's also a True Stone. And there is indeed a Legion of Wax in that banner. Do you want to do it?
Well, I think we have to do it.
Legion of Bombs?
Legion of Bombs. We got the capacity too, so we can put the heart of the Tycoon behind the Legion of Bombs.
Oh yeah. Summons 2 Mode of Wax and apply these units upgrades and stat changes. And this counts as an upgrade in that regard. Let's also get the Twin Stone on the Echo Infusion. Is that what we wanted? Or do we want it on the Wicklash perhaps? Just to get a lot of burnout and attack?
Well, it is a raw attack buff, and basically everything likes raw attack buffs. But
Right?
raw HP, well, I guess, raw HP wins any relentless fight.
What did you say? What wins every relentless fight?
Just like 100 HP on a Legion of Wax, you're won basically every relentless fight at that point.
That's true. That's very true. But I might not want too many HP on the Legion of Wax. I want it to blow up basically on every wave.
That is a very good point.
So let's go with a Wicklash. And then we cost reduce it at a later point. So I guess we're not duping it right now, because without a cost reduction it's very expensive to play it with the spell chain. Both of them.
3.
Yeah. But still, we will get a cost reduction pretty soon. Yeah, we could go for 1 here. Although the right side is a lot of value as well.
Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of value all over this map.
Yeah, the map looks not very... It doesn't look very easy to find the perfect path here.
True Stone just goes on our whatever of the damned.
Revenge of the Damned?
30 piercing is pretty good and pretty easy to get a slay on most things with.
Yeah, definitely.
Even Shard Enhanced.
We would be going up to 105 shards if we take both of these. Is that reasonable? Sounds a bit
Probably not,
dangerous.
but I'm a very greedy person.
Yeah, and I think this deck can afford to be greedy. I think though the True Stone on the Revenge of the Damned is not really necessary, and I would just leave it at the Twin Stone on Wicklash, and maybe just get a normal damage up on the Revenge in our first shop, maybe even a Consume one. I wouldn't mind that at all.
Yeah, that works. Surge Stone is much better with Echo Right because you like having cards to consume.
Let's also look at what we want to do with Echo right now. I feel like going with the edge path for armor is not really that important to us. We mostly cared about the bounding echoes.
We also don't really care if have any consume spells that actually matter to return, but it's still an extra card.
Yeah. We are mostly just gonna bring back the bounding echoes over and over again. But that means we can trigger the edge over and over again, and we probably get more armor out of the repeater than out of Shellsmith too.
Yeah, Shellsmith 3 goes to 16 armor on edge, which is a frankly absurd amount of armor to just add to every card you're playing.
That is true. Especially if we get some consume upgrades on Echo Breaks, Search Stones, I mean. That would make a lot of sense.
Either's good here.
I still
Repeater
feel like
2 doesn't give you anything, though. It's just stats.
Yeah, I feel like we go Repeater 1 and then Shellsmith 2. And just trigger the 8 armor every turn with the Repeater. That does make sense, right?
Yeah, that should be good. I mean, we have a Legion of Bombs at this point. We could do anything.
That's true. That's very true. We definitely remove the Stewards because we certainly don't want to be reforming them. What's our dupe? I could see Echo Infusion. I could see Legion of Wax.
You don't want to Legions of Wax.
No,
that's a bit much.
That's certainly not necessary. I agree.
Might just be primitive mold. As weird as that sounds.
Yeah. I've been thinking that myself, but an unupgraded primitive mold sounds like such a bad dupe, but it might still be what we want here. Just get a little bit of extra reform. I'm fine with that. 95 shards? Sure.
That's fine.
Heaven Seal.
Don't worry about that. Heaven Seal has gotten incredibly scary with the shard upgrades.
Yeah. But
I don't think we need to worry about it here, but
yeah,
it's very scary.
That's exactly
Especially
my experience with it.
Heaven Seal. You don't kill a Gilded Wing, it walks up and you're dead.
Exactly.
Oh, the bottom floor is small.
I guess we just let them come up
Maybe
to the
we
second
just set up
floor
middle.
then.
Yeah. Let's get all our money. Just very greedy.
Yep, and I don't think we play these hosting kins at all.
No, no reason to, so...
Yeah, and I think...
I could just put echoes on floors, I guess.
Oh yeah, I should have done that. I was like, we can just pass? Let's at least give some armor to our Echo Right.
Reform our Legion, yeah.
And and put it on the top.
We're now one, so we'll die almost immediately. Or Legion goes on. That Legion goes on top, I think.
Yeah. I feel
this might be a
like
problem.
we just kill our own units.
Yep,
profit.
that should solve the enemies. The elite heavies have just so much HP.
That is true.
Just snipe off that mode and put in another Legion.
Yeah. That would be a reason to use the auto card to do it. Because now we have to actually put in work to get it to die. I mean, it's not a problem, these enemies will die on the top floor, although now giving these guys armor doesn't matter, they have burnout.
Yep. Should clear the line
Everything
anyway because those
here
guys are all burning
dies.
out.
Everything here dies. Do we want to put a Legion of Wax on the bottom floor to fight the boss? Because this floor is gonna be all moats.
Yeah, we won't be able to replay it, I don't think. Actually, maybe we will be able to replay it. Let's see. What's the damage looking like on there? Well, that guy's burning out, so there's going to be 2 moats.
The 2 moats get killed by the Quill Marksman.
Yeah, so there's just going to be 2 moats on that floor, and...
Yep.
What's our upcoming draw look like?
We have 2 Echo Breaks and a Revenge of the Damned.
We might be able to get another
Legion
get another
down
Legion out of
next
that
turn.
floor for just more money.
Do we have another? We have 2 primitive molds, so yeah. 1 primitive mold. That's enough, though.
I think we don't play any cards.
Yeah, it's kind of unnecessary.
I guess we can infuse the... I guess... someone.
These things are actually a bit too tanky.
Yeah, you know, I just realized that. Wow. That Legion's too good.
We kill one anyways. And reform
Probably.
the Legion next turn.
Free money.
Start working on this other one. Could also have played the draft, but...
See, it was totally fine. Just get that bomb and everything's good. Should have a clean Deadpool and... Huh.
That
Expected
isn't
that to
quite
kill.
enough. But you know what? We will have another Legion next turn on the top floor. Sure, we don't get the money for the enemies, but...
Still get all the money off that Legion. There's a lot of regen.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a crazy amount of regen. Wow. I didn't even realize. Good thing we got the right one, because that was our only reform here.
Yep. There we go. Nothing to worry about. Totally fine all the time. Ooh,
Serrated
That's
mandibles.
that's
Heal
very
for
good.
5 damage to the back enemy unit when 1 or more candies are added to the floor. Yep, I'll take that.
Really helps solving our backline. And here's some of the consume cards that would actually really help our deck to get back the repeater, like that Forgotten Trade,
Yeah, Forgotten
to solve all
Trade.
our Ember problems.
Yeah, I think we just take it. We really don't need Engulfed in Smoke. Memento Mori would be a giant nuke with our Legion.
It is do probably like 500 damage at the end, I'd say. Maybe less. Who knows?
Just pick it, put a permafrost on it, and have it as a ace in the sleeve kind of thing.
Yeah. Seems good. It's a good thing to hold permafrost, and we don't really have that.
Let's see. I think we do want to get some spell upgrades now. We have a couple
Especially cost down on that Wicklash.
Yep, cost down on the Wicklash is important. Few other things. Permafrost in Memento Mori would be nice. We still have units we could upgrade though. Like the Legion of Wax. Having an unupgraded Legion of Wax in the deck is a bit weird.
It's totally not an unupgraded Legion of Wax. It's the best upgrade in all.
Yeah, okay, it definitely. Yeah, I think we want to go left. Get our spell upgrades done, and then, well, what we could do
removal is very good.
we trade the relic for 2 removals, and I think that's worth it, because the left side is totally the same on both rings here.
Yeah.
But I think that's fair. Consume removal. Let's get the Ember
I do
Stone.
not think we want consume removal.
Yeah.
I think we want more consume.
That goes on Revenge of the Damned.
Yep.
Just so
Even
we
if
can.
only to just kill our Legion.
Yep. And then reroll. Double stack. We don't have anything we can use that on at all. Another cost reduction could go on a primitive mold. I wouldn't be sad about that.
I think we just chuck it on a random primitive mold. We could put it on Memento Mori, but I don't think so.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel necessary. Once we start playing Memento Mori, we will probably have a Forgotten Trade on most turns.
Yeah.
Do we need more damage on Revenge of the Damned, or do we rather upgrade a Hosting Kin? For another
23 does kill a Legion of Wax that has been reformed 3 times.
Yep. That does make sense, huh? Let's go with that. Any purchase we want to buy here? We're gonna go to a Merchant of Steel next, then most likely to a Merchant of Trinkets. So I don't want to buy too many purchases, but we could afford one, and that will probably go on Echo Break.
Echo Break? Yeah, How concerned are we about Fel?
Not too worried, but we might need to optimize the Fel fight a bit more than we did the last one.
Yeah. Because we still have one more fight before Fel, and we'll have a shop there.
Yeah.
We're going to, so I think we can keep the Echo Break for now.
Oh, sorry.
Or toss it. It was going anyway.
Do we want 100 gold for 10 more shards? We only have Divine Temples from now on. Which...
100 gold? It's a lot of gold.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take it. That brings us up
Probably
to
the next artifact.
the 100 we need. Armor 15, that should be no
It should be
big
totally
deal.
fine.
Bottom floor, once again, has a capacity reduction. So we use a similar setup to before.
Yep. We might want to cut those flies at this point.
Which one do you want to cut? The Bog Chrysalis, you mean?
Yeah, it's a priority unit that's just getting in the way.
That's true. We can't really use it for anything either because we kind of need our capacity. Unless we use it on the top floor.
We can
And
play basically everything in this hand because we have
yep,
basically infinite Ember.
we can just Bounding Echoes. Oh hey, it's Wickless Tycoon. That means we set up the Wickless Tycoon, play Wicklash for another Echo. And then we Forgotten Trade, gaining us 4 energy.
3, but that's good enough.
Oh! Oh yeah,
I don't think
I was miscounting it. The Legion wasn't infused, right?
Want to be cheeky, we could Wicklash, kill the Legion, and reform it on the bottom floor. But that loses us a lot of gold.
That we could do, but we could also reform it on the middle floor and have more units die next turn.
Yeah.
Because we have twins instead of the Legion. I think that's what we do. Or, never mind. Yeah, we have twins instead of the Legion. And then reform it on the bottom floor. I mean, sure. We lose a bit of gold, but we generate enough gold anyways, right?
We'll just chuck more buffs on the Legion, because why not?
I don't think I want health on it. I'm gonna chuck the health on the Bog Chrysalis. So we can have a top floor that actually works in case we need it.
I think we can replay our Legion, yeah. We can hosting can to kill off a moat and reform the Legion.
That works. This is the most scary wave in most of my runs. I really hate this wave.
I
Especially
hate the wave with the 2 tanks and the 3 acolytes more. Sycophants.
Yeah, I really don't like the Clip Guardian in the back here. Especially if we had Heaven Seal instead.
Oh god, Heaven Seal. I'm not sure you can ever take it in Ring 8 anymore.
Yeah, that sounds rough. Looking fine. Let's feed our egg.
Could also just start killing off your moat waxes or twin waxes.
I mean, yeah. The faster they die, the faster we can bring back something there. Where does our draft go? I definitely want some echoes here on the top.
How much damage does that Memento Mori do?
100. Kill off the twin, that gets us the kill here. Feel like we don't want to do much on the bottom, but I might just want to kill off my draft this turn. So
yeah.
I can start reforming that. And
just leave the Legion in the discard for not.
or not. Yeah, I forgot it was there. That's actually a pretty significant misplay. But we'll be fine.
Should be fine, I think. Oh, our egg hatched. I was looking at that Wicklash as more things we could.
Let's draw a card here. While also making sure this wave dies. We clash on the bottom floor. A single moat, perhaps.
We bounty echoes top first to get closer to our winged seal draw.
That's true. And I think this way clash happens.
Yeah.
It's a hosting kin.
Can use it to kick back one of those tanks. Not sure that matters much, but we can.
I guess that's worth it. We don't really have this floor ready next turn. I'm just gonna build.
We're fine. Yeah.
One large thingy there, and I'm just gonna add a shard here at the cost of 1 armor, because these bogflies want them eventually. If they ever wanna do something up there. Which means I should probably be using my reforms on that floor.
Yeah, I think we just let the egg cycle through.
Yep. I do like the idea of that. The
Draft bottom, I think.
No, I want to get the kills here.
Okay.
Hosting kin and then draft to kill the tank.
Okay.
We might have to preemptively kill off our own draft, but every echo break will do so at the moment.
I guess we could just have that Bog Chrysalis die for money.
Yeah, sure, why not?
It's all about that money.
And just buff up these floors. We have spot for more echoes here, and I guess that's it. Well,
Hey, Legion came back right on time.
that worked out perfectly.
Double Whiplash and knock his tank away, and I think he just dies horribly.
But we can get that on the second floor.
Yeah,
And
just
farm more
optimize
money
for
with it.
wealth. This is getting to be an increasingly large draft.
Yeah. Just not played about Chrysalis. And then we just reform the only unit in the pool here. And that will win us the fight.
Can we kill that sycophant in the back for
We
5
can.
more gold? I think, yeah.
With serrated mandibles, it's pretty easy. Okay.
Got a tidy little nest egg for that trinket shop that's upcoming.
Yeah.
Return Soul is a great card. We should probably take it.
Yeah, Return Soul is insanely good. From what I've seen so far.
It's a 0 cost draw card.
Here we have the
more to
option
ask?
of taking a resin removal just as a silver bullet for certain, well, as you said, we don't have any of the major bosses that use stealth, and we just got past the Crystal Cloaks floor, so we probably don't need it as much. But it could still be worth, because we might be at a lot of pack charts by the end.
Do we need AoE? We might.
Fatal
And
Melting?
Fatal Melting will do a lot of AoE damage.
That's very true. And we currently don't really have AoE. We have pseudo AoE with serrated mandibles especially, but not... Yeah, I can get behind that. let's take the Fatal Melting. And we want to go to the right. We want to get these upgrades, right?
Yep, and also get out, I guess, the egg and some echo breaks out of the deck.
Yeah.
I think you check the shop, then the caverns before buying anything.
But honestly, I mean, the egg isn't terrible. We have a Wickstone, Battlestone. I kind of want a Wickstone on the Legion.
Wickstone's great on Legions.
What about Quick?
I don't think anything we want cares about Quick.
Yeah, on the Legion especially. Mostly so the... Yeah, that's not even that good.
It's sure an extra, I don't know, 100 damage, but...
Yeah. Battlestone on the Legion is decent. But we might be able to find something better. I'd rather have Multi-Strike, honestly. Or just plain 10 attack. Because I don't really want the health. Do I care about the health upgrade now that we have...
We're having a hard time killing the Legion as it is.
Yeah.
But it does have Burnout now.
But... it has Burnout now. It has Burnout now, but it will, after a couple of reforms, have a lot of Burnout, so... I still think we can find something better than a Battlestone for it. If anything, in case we want to keep the Bog Chrysalis, the Battlestone will be nice on that one. Just in case that's something we are considering. Or even on the Wickless Tycoon.
I think the Tycoon might get it.
I do like that. Easy. It's exactly what we wanted.
Now, this might be a weird play, but health on the Bog Chrysalis, and then we infuse the Tycoon into the Bog Chrysalis.
Oh.
So you get 2 Tycoon.
That's crazy. I love it.
I did Legion of Tycoons once. It wasn't very good, but I did have a lot of money.
The Egg Chrysalis with the harvest gain money. That... yeah.
You've also gained a capacity so you can sit up on the small floor.
Yeah. That's very nice as well. Do we want to value stone the Fatal Melting, or perhaps even the Memento Mori?
I think we check the cavern first.
Yeah, that makes sense. We're not gonna 5 times dupe these cards or anything. Hellhorn, the Vulcan Stygian Guard. If anything, it's probably
Stygian is the
gonna
most
be...
upside.
Stygian?
Yeah. It has the Frostbite and the Spell Weakness, and we have some pretty large spells.
Spell Weakness isn't bad, but I still don't think I really want to take it. We're not really building into Edge at all. It's just a minor sub-theme, and honestly, I'd usually rather get a Forgotten Trade back than Urchin Spines.
That's fair. It's 10 gold, nothing else.
Yep. And then the removal, we no longer need to remove the Bog Chrysalis. I think at this point it's just Echo Breaks.
Yeah, Echo Break's kind of fallen off. We haven't gotten upgrades on them,
They don't really do enough damage anymore.
I mean, it's like triple Torch, but is Torch really that good?
Yeah. And then we can save our money to buy a bunch of relics next floor. So we have to face these upgraded Solvers with the annoying ability of Strike applies Sep 4.
We don't care. The Legion's just gonna die.
Yep.
Doesn't need to care about being sapped.
That's true. Should actually do this first, I think. Echo Ride still goes
Yeah.
on the top floor. And then
We might get our extra ember.
upgrade these.
We did not, but we can kill off the what's its face? The enhanced absolver back there.
Yeah, sure. As soon as we put down the chrysalis, so we actually have candies to extract. The Legion doesn't die to damage, so if we Wicklash it, it won't die at all.
Yeah, but we can Wicklash the egg.
Yes, we can. And
that might be dangerous. Maybe not.
Does carry over the burnout, so
it does not carry over the burnout.
It doesn't? Oh, okay.
Just the stats. But we won't be able to get more burnout on it. It will probably die before we can hatch it. If you reform it, it will carry over that burnout, though.
That's true, yeah.
Basically,
that's what
think of it like Legion of Wax.
Talking about. Hey, we have an infused ultimate penance. Yeah.
It is very purple.
Fatal Melding is just 3 damage right now.
With Return Soul, we can easily solve that
flaw.
Absolver back there.
Pretty sure we can. Why isn't everything dying? Oh, because we get sapped. So we don't really do any damage with the front Twin of Wax, so we don't kill the Alabaster Guardian with our units. Because I was like, we have 36 damage here, so the Alabaster Guardian should die.
Yeah, I think we return the Host and Kin to get rid of that Absolver back there.
Mm-hmm. But we need to gain candies before that. We could even use this hosting kin.
You actually don't need candies for that, because you will infuse the hosting kin with the Return Soul.
Right.
And it will pay for itself.
I forgot about that. Neat interaction there. And I think we just keep infusing our egg.
Yeah, and Echo Break for a little bit more echoes on the floor.
Yeah, we kind of need those. That should probably happen, so we can stop things from going up further.
Yeah.
Kill the backliner here.
Hey, 3 damage is enough.
Exactly. And then we don't play the hosting kin because we don't want to waste our candies. Nope, we got the extract hosting kin back. We don't really have a lot of candies around right now.
Be able to fix that easy enough.
Yeah.
We have a Revenge of the Damned down there.
Oh yeah, that would do it. Nothing to reform right now, but I think we might wanna play that card anyways. So we can.
I think we hatch our egg this turn too. Before you do that, infuse the Revenge.
Whoops. Forgot about that.
Let's see.
Hey, infuse that weight. That's useless.
Yeah, but it's unpurgeable, unplayable, and infused, so.
That's
And
gonna
I don't
hit.
think we play the hosting kin, so it doesn't consume. Or if we do consume it, we consume it top.
Yeah, makes sense. Actually, I'd rather not consume it. We got a Bounding Echoes back. The problem is now these bog flies are too large.
That was a problem. You know, I should have foreseen this.
Yeah, So should I.
Still fine.
This still generate money with the harvest triggers.
Yep.
I feel like
and we get double the money now.
Here.
So.
Yeah. I
guess this egg's getting reformed as a tank.
I think we take the damage.
There's no Legion down there.
The Legion is around. And we can put it on the top floor if we want.
Yeah, should be
worse.
Fine. No matter what we get.
I think it's Seraph though, instead of reforming the Legion now.
Yeah. And Whiplash the draft and tank with the bog eggs.
And these bog flies do significant damage as well. Pretty nice. I think we don't need to take the damage this turn, so I feel like we can just...
Yeah, we can just easily pay that to kill the backline.
Yeah, that's nice. What do we want here? We probably could just get a memento.
We could grab back that Purge Whiplash.
The Purge Whiplash? Yeah, that makes sense.
Just so we don't draw it again. Or anything we don't want to draw again.
It also makes it 0 cost, which is nice. And then...
Now, Purge cards don't go into the consume pile when you play them, so we won't risk getting that back.
Yep. Got the egg again. I think we just put that in front. Keep
Look at how an amazing tank it is. And buff it.
It will hatch.
It's going
also.
to hatch. So buff it, and then we'll have 4 legions of tycoons of
4
flies.
tycoon blowflies. This floor is fine. Top floor is fine. Yeah. So I think we just use this for an extra candy.
Of tycoons was a very fun build. Not very good because... Oh, it wasn't very good, but... Did make a lot of money. And speaking of a lot of money, that floor looks very, very good.
Yep, it does. Why take damage?
If only Fel didn't have these, damn it, these spell shields. Should probably, don't really, I guess there's room on that for the middle floor.
Yeah, it has harvest gain money. We have 4 units dying in a couple turns there.
I mean, Bog Flanks is kind of like a miniature Legion of Wax, and...
Yeah!
Oh.
Very much so. That kind of means I want to hatch this egg this turn.
Just keep buffing it with everything. Yeah, you can easily hatch it.
I don't really care what I bring back here. I'm just gonna bring back a primitive mold. We don't need that many anymore.
Yeah. But it was nice to have them in the early part to make sure we reformed our guys.
Hatch that.
I think you buff your egg some more.
No, I think I'm gonna go with the keeping the draft alive here. But
it should get the HP still.
We do get them the HP, yeah. These bog flies are about to burn out, but we will have another egg to place there.
Yep.
Next turn.
Hatch really solves the problem with your reform units not dying on time.
Yeah.
I don't think you hatch in combat though, which is the one downside, but...
Oh, okay. Let's just generate as...
Can we make more money on the middle floor? No, we have nothing to kill. Actually, we could probably kill... No, those bogflies are impossible to kill. They are not dying.
You know, we have Echo, right?
We do have the Echo, right? I would not have thought of that.
This build is getting silly.
We have a lot of money to look for basically anything in the shop.
Intent on death.
Oh. That is an intent on death. That's also a remnant pack or a Wurmkin etchings. These are all very, very silly cards.
Yep. I don't think Wurmkin etchings is really what we want, nor is remnant pack, just because we just keep reforming everything we have anyways.
Yeah.
But intent on death with the Legion of Wax is just good.
We grab more capacity here. I'm actually considering that.
I think we can. I think it might even be the best choice here. And we certainly want to be able to spend some of our money, so...
Yeah. I think it's obvious where we go here. That is more money.
That is more damage.
Do we want Trader's Quill? Maybe, probably not. We didn't take the etchings.
Yeah,
we should reroll here, though.
I think it's good, but there's better stuff we could be getting, like an Echo Seedling.
That is Echo Seedling, which is probably the best relic in the game. Period.
Yeah, it might very well be. That relic is insane.
It's great with the fact that you can give consume to cards with your Return Soul.
Yep, and make them cheaper at the same time.
Yep.
So it's more...
I think we cut the other two Echo Breaks.
I do agree. Although the unupgraded Hosting Kin is also not that exciting anymore.
What is in the temple there?
Yeah, what is in the temple? Perchstone and Twinstone. Twinstone returns soul. Yeah, we have 130. We probably don't want to pick up too many more, but at the same rate I also don't really care if we do pick up more.
Yeah.
But I feel like...
Twinstone on that Echo Infusion. We could put Twinstone on Echo Infusion. It's a good holder for it. The HP adding spell. Just
that isn't
make those eyes even bigger.
Yeah, sure. I'm fine with that. Where is it here? I'm fine with that. Then we remove the Echo Break. We will probably be able...
Yeah, Hosting Kin costs 0, which is an upside for it.
It has the Extract instead of the Infused, so that's slight downside there. 80-25 stats versus 45-25 stats. Honestly, I care more about the stats than the edge at this point. What do you think?
Honestly, the stats don't matter.
They don't.
At all.
Does the edge matter? Even slightly?
It might, but we have just way too much health in our reform anyway.
Okay. +8 attack. Better not let them go to the top.
Not a problem at all.
But our units should certainly be fine. Echo Ride, I think, as usual, belongs on the top floor. I see
He's helping.
Forgotten Trade in a potentially very powerful hand.
Yep.
Right, this does come back, huh? So then maybe wasn't...
Do we just play everything here? We might just play everything here.
Yeah. Pretty much.
We're a little strong. So just a tiny bit on the strong side here.
There we go. That kills everything.
I might as well put some echoes elsewhere.
I feel like we might want to put a Legion of Wax as well.
That works too.
That
Well,
harvest
we have
trigger
a fatal melting, which I think kills the backlines there.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. I don't know.
And when he kills the backlines,
30 damage. That's totally fine for turn 2.
it also deals a lot of damage to the frontliner, which is a nice added benefit. This Legion of Wax
in our
isn't
graveyard probably.
bad yet.
So.
How do we solve the problem that this enemy isn't dead yet?
It's gonna die on the next floor anyway, so...
That's a good point.
That works well. And we can use this to kill one of our units to make space for flies, I guess? I don't know. You could just play the flies behind the...
How about...
I don't know.
Huh.
We're just so powerful here, I'm not sure it matters what we do.
Yeah, pretty much, huh?
Burnout happens before hatching, I think, so... we should still buff the egg, because the egg buffs will stay for later.
Yeah, and with the Whiplash it doesn't die, because it gets its burnout timer increased. And I'm just gonna add some Shards here. Did that not work?
He died to the, whenever you infuse a floor, deal 5 damage.
Because that happens first.
That does happen first. It's kind of annoying with echo breaks.
We can get back our Legion of Wax and our egg.
Could you press F8? Those bogflies are not in the right place.
Right, they certainly aren't. Well spotted. What's that egg called again? It's the bog chrysalis. Bog chrysalis hatched and the bog flies spawned in the wrong position.
Bug that's tries to get tracked down every time.
Yeah, I remember this bug being very obnoxious with Legion of Wax. What? I think we just transition the bottom floor into a egg draft kind of floor.
Yep. This was once a Legion of Wax deck. It's become something else at this point.
Yeah, kinda. Everything dies, that's the most important part.
Might as well play Legion at top, just because we can.
Yeah, just to prepare for the future. The amount of money we gain from this is absolutely crazy.
But what if we had more money?
Let's make more money.
And this raw egg stats are pretty good itself.
Yeah. Certainly.
Oh, and looks like we got it to hatch again. Oh well.
It's just 5 golds popping out all over the place.
We don't have a reform this turn. I guess we need to see if we can draw one.
Yep. Otherwise we
there
could
we go.
always get one with it. No, we couldn't, because we just drew into a new deck.
Oh, it's the wrong unit.
Now we can, though.
Eggs are really the best reform targets, aren't they?
Yeah, it's amazing. I never would have thought. they
It's
would
kind
be
of the
this
same
good.
thing with the old reform morsel deck, where morsels were absolutely the best targets for reform because you could guarantee they die every turn.
Yep. Well,
Oh,
we reached max floor capacity.
Filled the floor. I guess put them on the second floor now. Oh,
Whoops.
it's just the worst flies. Sorry, Legion of Wax.
Oh, that's good
They're
enough.
not flies.
And
Might as well buff the egg some more.
yeah,
It's
sure.
free. And I kept selling complaints the other day that they don't think eggs are good enough. They just don't seem to be there. Eggs can be quite good.
Certainly.
Looks like Nephil might actually make it through the floor.
Nope.
Or maybe not. He tried his best. The Legion of Money Flies is just too good.
Legion of money flies. Yeah.
Yeah, you only have 1,500 gold going to that final trinket shop.
We don't need anything here.
No, we don't need anything.
How about Wicked Blaze
But
for
Wicked
even more
Blaze, though.
stats? Right?
What? Or Crushing Demise now. Now we have too much things on the floor to
Yeah.
isolate and kill what we want. But Wicked Blaze is reform targeted.
Yep.
And that was a problem we were seeing.
And plus 10 attack.
We
We
What would we remove?
we
What would we remove?
we would
I mean-
remove Hosting Kin, the unupgraded one. And
I guess primitive mold.
probably one mold, which is kind of ironic because we duped that. We could
It
also
was
just
good
go
when
for
we
the
had it,
Merchant of Magic instead. Because the remove and the dupe, while generally pretty powerful options, are not exactly necessary here. And I would like some cost reduction on Intent on Death and Wicked Blaze.
Yeah, and we have enough money for some removals. We can afford to spend some.
Exactly.
First things first is that trinket shop.
The top floor starts each
Oh
battle
my
with
God.
one unremovable
Carving Corsica.
candy. I'm just gonna take it. Because
You just take the Corsica. It's infinite energy. You've won.
Yo,
Game's over.
Yeah, Karaska is very good.
Game is over. You've won. You have a twin.
I kind of want this Winged Indulgence, just because I can afford it. I don't need the Encased Divinity at all. Can you spend this unremovable candy for extract costs?
Yes.
And it will stay
just
there.
It pays all your costs,
nice.
but it pays for the last candy. Which is...
Yeah.
Well, that's resin block. You want that.
Yep.
And maybe lightstone casing. I don't know. What spell upgrades are in the shop? And
that
in the
depends on what we see here. Let's also look at the temple. Value stone. Purge stone. I could certainly see a value stone on intent on death. Or Wicked Blaze. Permafrost, we talked about wanting that a Memento Mori. Is that still something we're interested in? I think so. It's not bad.
We don't have any random discards, so why not? It's basically like removing it from our draw cycle, at least.
I feel like the difference between 13 and 23 is high enough to warrant that.
Yeah, and it now gains us an energy, so...
Yeah, we don't want to cut it anymore. And... just
probably putting the value stone on the intent on death, I'd say.
Yeah, and going with the normal cost reduction on Memento Mori, and actually Wicked Blaze is more important.
Wicked Blaze, yeah. Let's hold over for our intent on death, but do we care?
No, I don't think we have enough targets. Often we don't have a good target for that, because the floors will be full most of the time. I'd rather have the Wicked Blaze so we can use that for all our reforms and cut maybe 2 or 3 primitive molds. And just gain the extra attack every time we do.
Yep. And those eggs will be very scary.
Mm-hmm.
Minus all those flies. Unfortunately, we don't get much value from the money anymore. We didn't find, what's it called? A golden vault at the end.
Yeah, imagine golden vault with this deck. We would be literally unkillable.
I had a deck like that, so golden vault, back before Divinity had Relentless. It was, in fact, unkillable.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I think it went to like round 30 before killing the Divinity because it had no damage, but it did get to round 30.
That's nice.
That is give consume to something. I think that's good.
Yeah.
Just...
hosting kin.
I mean... Sure.
Yes.
Something we can kind of get holdover on from Repeater. Maybe.
Maybe.
I think we cut the other Bounding Echoes. Oh, we don't have the money for it.
Nope. But we can Purge Stone it.
Yeah, because we don't need to, and
sure.
We want to
170 shards, what could go
guard.
wrong? Nothing we can do without remaining gold, so let's move on to the Seraph.
I don't see the Divinity being any problem.
Debuff stacks, yeah, not really, right?
Got all our cards, so...
Let me think.
Despite all of this, the Echo Right was actually kind of important for the deck. Even if only for the innate Bounding Echoes.
Yeah, that was helpful.
Just being able to infuse these units just lets all this shenanigans go off.
Indeed.
We have Infinite Ember. It doesn't matter what you do.
Oh, right, we have the Karaska now.
I think might have wanted a Whiplash there, but it doesn't matter.
You mean like this?
Yeah. Truly doesn't matter what we do at this point. So we
Seraph
probably should have
absorbing
killed
the
that guy.
mandibles. The only way to do so this turn was with...
Legion of Wax on the top floor.
Exactly.
Do we care? I'm not sure we do.
Yeah, I think we just take the 14, that's fine. We won't need all the health on the Divinity fight.
Might as well start drawing and seeing what we get. I think echoes go middle floor.
I do wanna hatch some eggs on the middle floor, so... Not this one. Unless we bring back the Whiplash with the Return Soul.
Yes, we'll copy it as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. Right.
I don't think you play the consume copy, the one of Spell Chain. You think you might want to keep that one in the discard pile.
That makes
Or
sense.
maybe not.
But we can also get it back from Echo, right?
I guess it does increase the chance of Echo Right giving us this. So, you know, sure, why not?
And it just gets us so many stats on the egg.
I think Legion goes top just to get it out of the way.
Yeah, and then just having it deal with light wings that go up there.
And then just play all our extract cards to help clean off that floor. Slightly less damage. With our Infinite Ember.
Doesn't even matter at all. Because the damage goes on to our dying twins. So
We still get 2 Ember Drain, but you know,
yeah. But we have Forgotten Trade, so...
Hey, we can Wicked Blaze back our
Our egg.
flies.
Sure. Let's generate a little bit of Ember here.
Oh. Just a little bit. I'm truly not sure it matters what we do at this point.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but I want to see how far we can go.
How big this egg can get.
Yep.
Do we play the Forgotten Trade to get a second one in the consume pile, or not to have a second one in the deck?
Yeah, sure. Let's just play it.
And I guess Fatal Melting and Memento Mori on Seraph.
Just slam that into the Seraph.
463 damage.
Well, Legion of Wax's job is just to secure the early game now, I guess. The first wave.
He tried his best.
Before we have
It's
our
not fly time.
Bog Flies online. Just thinking about where I need these crystals to be, because we kinda need them to hatch these eggs. Just want that guy to die, please.
I'm sure you can do it.
That will definitely do.
There we go. Problem solved. And we got our Forgotten Trade back, so all this Ember Drain doesn't matter. And we have another fly to reform and hatch some more. only we found ourselves a gold vault.
Yeah, no kidding.
We generated 200 gold that turn.
That single turn. Yeah.
I just don't think eggs are there. Maybe need a bit more time in the oven. Who knew zero-cost Legion of Wax that kills itself is powerful? Well, I guess 1 cost, but...
Just give it more health. Who knows, we might need it.
You know, we might. Do we put the Legion behind in the safety of our...
What else can we do?
We just click the cards at this point.
Yeah, don't even really think about what they do. And just play them somewhere where they seem useful. Karufska value? This Wicklash, we just play 4 times whenever we get it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, we have over 1,000 gold again.
Yeah.
If
Just
only we
in
had
one
that golden
fight.
vault, which people say isn't a very good relic, or didn't know
Yeah, I
what to
thought
think
so
about
too
saw
when
it.
I saw that first, but
It's very good.
this deck is hard to
These
place.
flies are so large.
Yeah. We can make them even larger.
And they gain 5 for every echo we have on the floor. Best thing is the original flies without any burnout are still there at the back.
Yeah.
They never died.
110, 248, 330, and then the egg with 270 damage. On top
Only you
of
could
that.
hatch in combat, but you can't, so
Yeah.
I will just stay there eating up hits.
It will actually get the kill. Killing blow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you got the divinity here, but you know, you're not even at red threat level.
Wow. With 170 we're not at red yet. Okay, let's see.
I think red is 200.
Okay. Where's our egg? It's not here.
It might show up in a couple places.
I guess we just use our preliminary defense of Legion of Wax plus intent on death. Hey!
Yeah, I'm surprised to see him. I thought he was on vacation. But Rhapsody just went live.
Yep. He did announce that he planned to in the Patreon channel. So
Echo Infusion first. It generates an echo.
yeah, and an ember. This also generates echoes and ember.
And it probably kills the wave because it breaks that damage shield.
And then let's get a couple embers here.
I think this draft is just never getting played.
Might as well play it.
Flora sweep, and not sure we want it to die. But I guess it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I think now we just make sure we have echoes everywhere so we can bring back... Actually, the Echo Infusion is very nice with that quadruple play. Should have waited though.
3 damage is enough to break those shields, so that's fine.
Yep.
If only we had Golden Vault. That's all I'm thinking about, looking at that number in the corner. Yep.
Let's gain some energy back here. Do upgraded Lightwings normally have spell shield?
The
I
spell
feel
shield
like
comes from the Clip Reflector, who gives everyone on the floor 1 spell shield when he enters.
Oh. Ah, yeah, this one. I didn't know they do that. But I guess
he
it's
used to
good to
give
know.
everyone 1 damage shield, which was kind of annoying.
That sounds very annoying, yes. Look at all these gold pop-ups.
We might get to max score. Max gold score.
Yeah, that is still very possible. That wasn't actually what I forgot we just reshuffled a couple. We reshuffled our deck just now.
Poor Echo, right? He's just here to die.
Kinda.
I guess we Memento Mori something to see if we can save those, and we did. I think since you played it this turn, it should be holdover still.
Yeah. We'll see
Holdover
about that.
consume is a bit interesting.
It did actually reappear, yeah.
Yeah, if it's in your discard and you or deck and you played it and it has holdover, it goes to hand.
Yep.
Even if it doesn't matter how many places it went to between then, if it's there at the end of the turn, you draw it again.
That's interesting.
I think we can just, that should just solve all the issues.
Yep. We still have space for 1 more egg here. Oh, they had 2 spell shields this time around.
2 reflectors, 2 shields.
It's a bit hard to see what's on that floor.
Yeah, it's still beta, still a work in progress. I think it's changed like 20 times how they look in the past month. So sure, every patch note has changed how shard enemies filter is.
Okay. Did I not play the Wicked Blaze last time? Maybe.
You did, but it consumed, and you didn't return it.
Oh, the Wicked Blaze? I think
Yep.
Huh?
But you have one in your discard.
Okay.
Because it copied off the one you played, and
Oh, yeah.
the flies are pretty good.
These flies are doing a good job. That's for sure.
Oh, it looks like those stealth guys are gonna get through.
Let's send the Legion.
Get back in there, Echo. Right? You can't die yet.
Yeah, we need you to bring our consume cards back.
But yeah, I'm kind of sad that they gave the Divinity a relentless phase. It was better, I think, when it just endless waves.
Yeah. I did kind of like that. It made it feel like... Yeah, it made it feel very special.
Now it's just like every other fight.
Kinda.
You survive until the end, and then he dies. And wow, you've done a lot of ship damage against the Divinity on the top 2 floors. Where did his HP go? What happened here? I think he might be dead. Yeah, I think the Divinity's dead.
It might be, yeah. It's very close though. Nope. Survived on 44 health. And we didn't kill it on the bottom floor.
Ow!
Oh, it
We
healed.
still have time to get that 80 more gold.
Oh yeah.
I think if you just
Top floor.
kill those 2 clip reflector, those 2 absolvers back there with the hosting kins, you'll get the gold.
Yeah, that will do it.
Need to get that score. Oh,
These guys will die.
Memento
to the
Mori.
sweep.
You got Memento Mori to kill that last guy up front.
For that. There we go.
We got our money.
Memento Mori. Last Divinity. Remember the dead.
Yeah. So you didn't get the full consume deck going on there, but you got Echo Seedlings, which is basically enough.
Yeah, that was a very fun deck. Really like the reform egg interaction.
With Etch Armor, you can just stack up so much armor, as you could probably see from how the consume cards you were playing there, and when you
Yeah.
get 16 armor on everyone for every consume card you play, you easily get all of the...
Definitely.
Yeah.
We also
That's a lot of points earned.
we also managed to get the Wurmkin to level 10 finally. Let's take a look at the run summary. So yeah, this deck really was built around the Bog Chrysalis, and we upgraded it for health. Imagine we could have put multi-strike on it. We could have made these things even more threatening with multi-strike Bog Chrysalis.
Also give it any infuse that does something other than giving you 5 gold on death.
But that was a very interesting run. Oh, unlocks not displaying. Yeah. I reached level 10 with the Wurmkin, but it never displayed any card or relic unlocks. Sure. If anyone wants to try this run on their own time, here is the custom challenge code. Bigger Season Malaysia. Yeah. Have some fun with these reform thingies. Build your crazy Legion of Wax, or even better, eggs.